Did you know that you can create a PDF that solves a specific problem for people and then you sell it to make money online? Yes, it's possible, it's doable, and I'm going to show you step by step in today's video how to do it. So see you soon on the other side. Like I said, we need to solve real challenges that people are facing. And one of the websites where you can find the different questions, the different problems that you can solve for people is Reddit. And once you're on the Reddit interface, you can click on this option of answers, and you see this screen over here where you can input different questions to find out what people are, asking about that particular subject. And down here, there is recommended options. So, personally, this caught my eye, tips for new parents. And that topic is exactly what we are going to build our PDF around. So, like you can see, I'm already in ChatGPT, and right now, I'm going to input my prompt, which says, I want to create a PDF that I can sell online about tips for new parents. Can you create it for me in detail? I will be using Canva to organize it. So provide image prompts where necessary. So I'm going to click on submit and we see what results we are going to get. These are the final results, and I think it did an amazing job. Like you can see, we have our title as essential tips for new parents. We have the cover page with all the details, title, subtitle, author. Then it also provided us with the image prompt as we requested. So this is going to allow us to have unique images that no other seller or creator has. We have the introduction part, we have table of contents, we have um, the different pages that we are going to work with. The only thing I see here is for people looking to create content that is detailed. This is a bit brief, so you might want to ask ChatGPT to expand onto that text and make it more detailed. Otherwise, I like how everything turned out like. And like you can see, we have that back page as well, where you're going to be able to input details about yourself as the author. Uh, you include your social media handles, you link to your website as well. Okay, so there is that option. So let's go through the last message over here that ChatGPT provided us with. So it says this structure gives you a full draft, ready text plus Canva image prompts. You can copy paste into Canva, adjust fonts using something clean and soft like Chivo Rounded or Poppins, and add your brand colors. So this is incredible. Then down here it says, would you like me to also create a catchy ebook title plus subtitle options? So it stands out better when selling online. So obviously you can take advantage of that. But since this is just a demo video, I'm just going to keep everything simple. Okay. Now that we have everything ready, let's go ahead and we start designing in Canva. Right now, I'm on the Canva interface and we are going to be using templates. So let's take advantage of that. And while you're using templates, make sure you customize them really well. Change everything to have something unique. Okay. So let's click on this option that says templates. And then we are just going to wait for that to open up. And we are going to look for a size equivalent to an ebook. So let's just type in ebook A4. Okay, so that's all that I'm going to type in, and we are going to search for that, and we will select from those very many templates available. Like you can see, here is a variety of templates. Feel free to go through all of them. There is the free ones that don't have the crown symbol over here, and whichever one you see with a crown symbol, you need Canva Pro. But if you don't have the budget for Canva Pro yet, Canva has a 30-day free trial. You can take advantage of that, and then you'll be able to create your ebook. So there is this particular one over here that I'm going to be using. So let's go ahead and click on it just like this. And we are going to click on customize this template. So this will allow us to open it in the editor. And from there, we will be able to edit it to our own liking and add all the other details that we generated with Chat GPT. Our template design is now ready and it's time for us to customize it. Now, all we have to do is to go back and forth in ChatGPT and paste everything here. Okay, so let me first highlight the title over here, just like this. And I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, find our title, okay, over here. I'm going to copy it just like this. Then just come back to ChatGPT, in Canva and paste it over here, just like that. So we have our title ready. Now it's time to do the same thing for the subtitle. So let me go back and collect it over here, just like this. Copy it, go back to Canva and paste it over here, okay? Just like this. So I'll highlight everything and click on paste, okay? So now let's edit the author's name. You can turn this R to your name. Let me change this to Rocker World, just like this, okay? Then now it's time for us to add the images. Now let me first show you the option of generating with AI. Then we can also go ahead and take advantage of the different images in Canva because there is that option as well. But for those of us who usually want to use unique images, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to go back to the Canva homepage, okay? Then you'll click on this option that says Canva AI. You'll click on it and give that time as it opens up. In the meantime, we can go back to ChatGPT and highlight, copy our prompt that we are going to be using to generate our first image. Okay, then we come back over here, just like this. So like you can see right now, it's set. I'm just going to take out that. And the option we are going to be using is this option of create an image. So click on that, then give it time until it opens up a new tab, like you can see. So you have an option of selecting the style you want to work with. I usually like to leave that blank so that the AI chooses for me whatever is best. So you need to change the aspect ratio as well. So click on this arrow facing down and choose the aspect ratio that you want for your image. In this particular case, I'm going to go with this 1:1. Then I'll paste our prompt over here, just like this. Click on submit and wait until the images are ready. So we will choose from those ones. These are the results that I got, and like you can see, they are in a cartoonish style, but I want to work with something realistic. So I have to come back to ChatGPT and I told it make sure all images are realistic. And like you can see, it regenerated the whole entire PDF once again with edited prompts. So let's click on copy and we go back in ChatGPT to see if we are going to get better results. Okay, so paste and then generate. These new results are better and they bring out everything really well. So all you have to do is to go through them really well and choose one particular one that you want to work with. Okay. So in this case, I'm caught between actually all of them, but I'm randomly going to choose one of these. So let me just go ahead and click on download, guys, because we can stay here the whole day, literally. So it's done downloading, and what we are going to do is to go back to our design over here, click on upload and upload files. So we are going to find our image and upload it for use. Okay, it's now ready uploading like you can see over here. And all we have to do is to drag and drop it over here, just like that. And like you can see, everything automatically changes. Okay, so I actually like the brown that came with this, and I think we can use it for our background. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this image over here and click on the color option over here. Then this is going to give us access to the colors in the main image, like you can see. So you just have to try out the different ones and you see if you like them better on the design. So I think I will work with that. And then I'm going to change this as well. So I'll change this to white. So let's do that really quick. So I'm just clicking on the color options once again, and I'm going to find the white color and just use that. Okay, so that actually looks really, really great. I actually changed my mind and I went with a cream color over here. Then I left a base white. And this is how it turned out like. And I think it's really nice. Now let's change the font as well. So I will advise to work with Achiever or Poppins. So let's try Poppins. Let me see if we have it here. Poppins. Let's see. Okay, it's over here. Okay, I'm going to click on it just like that and wait for everything to change. So it asks if I want to change the whole document with the same font. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on change all so that we have the same font style all over. Okay, so we are set with that. Now let's move on to our second page. Okay, so for this page, they are having like course details, so it doesn't align with ours because I believe the second page we have over here is for the introduction. Okay, not bad, we can use that. Or the other thing you can do is to come over here in the design and then you can type in introduction and we see if you can get better pages to work with. Okay, introduction, and these other different pages available. So you can go through these and choose one particular one to work with. Okay, so let's replace this with which one? I want something really simple. I think this will do it for us. I'm just going to change this and just replace it with that one over here. So we are going to continue with our details of editing, and we are just going to make sure that we have everything set and ready. Okay, so let me just make this a bit smaller so that it actually makes sense, and we will replace it with introduction. So let me come over here and copy introduction, come back to our design, paste it over here, just like this. And then we are just going to go ahead and copy the details of the introduction over here, just like this. Copy, then just come back over here and paste it, okay, just like that. So if there is extra details that you wouldn't like to have on your page, all you have to do is to simply delete them, or you can replace it with your own message. Okay, so let's go ahead and change the font to the font we are currently using, and we are just going to go ahead and click on change all, like you can see. So if this is way too big, you can reduce on the size of it, just like this, okay? You're clicking on the text option over here and making everything smaller. You can as well drag it over here. The longer you drag it, the more it fits really well over here. So that's still wide. We can also make it smaller by um, dragging it by the corners, okay? Just like that. Then you can as well drag this to make it bigger and more visible, okay? Or we can simply just click on this plus button to make the font way much bigger, okay? Just like that. Then we can change this to Rocker World, or we can go ahead and delete it. If you want to add your email over here, you can do that. But for now, let's just get rid of it. Then we are going to go ahead and change the background as well. We are going to find, the details. So I think the colors we had from the first image were really nice. So we are going to stick with those. I'm just going to choose that, okay? And that's what we are going to be working with, okay? So I think we are good so far, okay? What do you guys think? Okay, so we are going to be doing the same thing for the entire document. Now we actually need to change the font. Sorry, we need to change the image. Okay, so we are going to do that as well. So I showed you the first technique of generating with AI. And the other thing you can do here is to search for images under the Canva elements. Okay, so let's try that technique as well. Now let me go back and I see what our prompt says for the image we are actually working with. Okay, then that way I'll know exactly what kind of image I want to work with for our document. So we are under introduction. Okay, so I'm just scrolling back up to go through the introduction. Okay, for the introduction part, like you can see, we don't need an image, but since the page we are working with has an image over here, we can find maybe like just a mom, okay, or a baby. So let's just work with a newborn baby. Because, like you can see, the introduction says bringing a new baby into your life is exciting. So let's just type in newborn, okay, and we will work with that, okay. So you'll just go through the different images available, maybe under photos over here, and you see which one works best for you. There is this one over here. I think it's really good, but I'm not sure if it will fit over here. So there is an option of dragging and making this a little bit more wide, okay, just like that. Then you can actually drag this over here and just replace it with the current image, okay, just like that. I think we are up to something. We can make it a bit smaller because I think it's taking away from the beauty of everything. We can make it a bit smaller over there. So I think this looks great. What do you guys think? You can let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you're already finding value, you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. It helps us grow. And also, you can share the video. Thank you very much. And let's proceed. Now, next is the third page, and what we have on the third page is the table of contents. Still, you can do the same thing. You come back to design, and then you can search for table of contents, okay, just like this. and then they'll bring for you different pages. So if you find a particular one that you want to work with, you're just going to go ahead and use that, okay? So let me quickly find something. I want something that is easy and less complicated. I think this one will do for us. So let's just replace this third page with our new page for the table of contents, okay? Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening to my cursor. So let me try to fix that. Okay, so we are replacing our page with a new one over here, like you can see. And all we have to do is to go back and forth, still replace the content with the one we have, just like this. Click on copy, come back over here and change everything, okay? Wherever you need to delete, don't shy away from doing that. Go ahead and delete everything, okay? I'm just trying to highlight and replace all that with this, okay? Like you can see. So yeah, let me move on to the second one. I actually think we should take out all these just like this, and I'm just going to keep everything really easy. Okay, let me try to edit this off screen, guys, to save you guys time, and then I'll show you the final outcome. Okay. So this is the final result after all the edits, and that's exactly what we are going to be working with. And I also went ahead to edit two more pages, the second page and then the third page, and that's the outcome. I also went ahead to follow the same steps we used to generate images with Canva AI. Now all is left is for us to insert the images onto the pages. So for this one over here, I wanted to cover the whole entire page, okay, just like this. So I just want to make sure it covers everything and fits really well, okay. Then you can change a few things over here for better visibility. For example, we can start with the image itself. Once you click on it just like this, you'll see this option of transparency. So let's say it's taking away the beauty of the text too much. You can continue to reduce on it just like this and make it more blur. Or if you want to increase, you can do the same thing and it will be more visible, okay. In this case, I think I like it where it was, okay. It was a good over there, so I'm going to leave it like that. Maybe I'll change the title text over here by clicking on this option of effect, because I want it to be more visible, or even I'll change the color of it. Let's first change it to white and we'll see how it looks like. So then I'll add an effect to it by clicking on the effects option, choose an effect that I want to use. Let's change this color to black. And then I'll change, maybe I'll add on to the thickness, maybe just like that. And just like that, you see everything is now popping and it makes quite more sense, okay? So then let's work on the last one. We are just going to click on this option over here, just like that, and it's going to surface onto the screen. So what we are going to do is to go ahead and drag it down over here, just like this, okay? I'm going to drag it by the corners over here, just like that, and do the same thing over here, okay? I'm just making sure that it looks good, okay? So I'm just playing around with everything literally until I make sure that's exactly what I want, okay? So let me drag it to the side so it fits perfectly well. Then I'll reduce on it from over here, okay? Like I said, you just have to play around with everything until everything, makes sense for you. Okay. I think this is way better, and that's what we are going to be working with. So these are all different various ways you can play around with your PDF before you actually print it out. Okay. Now let me show you one more thing over here that we can do. Now, for example, when someone is having this PDF and you want them to directly go onto the next page once they click maybe on the table of contents. So I'm going to show you how you can add clickable links to this, okay? you simply have to come back to the top of the document. So we are going to give each of our pages a title. So this is the cover page. We are going to label it as a cover page. And the reason as why we are doing this is simply because if you go with these already existing ones, once you're linking, it will show you that they are untitled. Okay, so you have to give your pages titles. Okay, so this is the introduction page. We are going to do the same thing and write introduction. Then we are going to come over here and label this as table of contents. Okay, just like this. And then the next one, we are going to label it as page 1. Okay, and then the last one we have here in this example, we are going to label it as a page 2. So you're going to do the same thing for the entire document. Okay, and once you're done, you're going to come back over here on this page of table of contents. So this works for any part of the document that you want to link to a certain part of a document or website or social media. So anywhere, okay? In this particular case, I want to link the table of contents to their different pages. Okay, so I'll start with the introduction, and all you have to do is to right click and then click on this option of link. Then you're going to link that to the particular part of the document that you want, which is the introduction. So I'm going to click on that and then I'll click on done. Okay, then I'll move on to the second page, which is the first page. Okay, so I'm going to click on a link and then I'm going to find our first page, which is this one over here. I'm going to link it just like that. Okay, do the same thing for all the remaining parts of the table of contents, and make sure you link them to their exact pages. Okay, simply like that. To check out if this actually works, you can click on one of the one of the parts that you've linked. Okay, let's try the page 3 because it will make more sense since it's the last one. Okay, down. So we are going to click on this over here, and like you can see, it brings you straight to the last page. And now we have to scroll back to the first page, but there is a way to fix that as well. Okay, so we are simply going to add a text that says go back to top, okay, or back to top. And to do that, we just have to click on this option of text, and then we are going to click on this add a text box. Like you can see, it's going to surface onto our screen. Then you just have to drag it to any part of the document where you want it to be. Okay, so I'm just going to drag and zoom it in a little bit so that everything is visible. You can as well go ahead to change the font color. Okay, so let's change the text to back to top. Okay, just like that. And then we are going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go ahead and right click, link to the first page, which is our cover page. Okay, so let me click on that just like that and then click on done. Now we are going to test it out by clicking on this option over here. Then like you can see, it straight away brings us to the first page, which is our cover page. Okay, so the same thing goes for the website. Let's say you want to link your website to the author's name. Then all you have to do is to right click, click on link. Then you're going to type the link of the website over here, which is www.rockerworld.com. You can start with the HTTP okay, that thing, the entire thing of the website. Then once you're done, you're going to click on done. Okay, then that way that link is also going to be working. The other thing over here is to add maybe social medias. For example, on your last page, you might want to add your social media details. For example, Instagram. Let me give you an example over here. You'll come to elements and find an Instagram icon, okay, under graphics. then you're going to click on whichever one that you want to work with out of all these existing ones. Okay, so all you have to do is to click on it just like this, and you'll position it wherever you want on your document. So this is just an example. I'm just putting it on our first page. Then once you place that icon over there, still you're going to right click, okay, click on link. Then you're going to type in your Instagram link over here. Then you click on done. That way it's going to be working. So wherever someone is navigating through this document and they click on the Instagram option over here, it will take them straight to your Instagram account. Okay, so if you want to check out our Instagram, still we are known as Rocker World. Okay, so guys, now that we are done, let's give it a view and a grid view, and we see how it looks like. This is going to help you make sure that your pages are exactly how you want them, exactly where you want them. And if you need to make changes, then go ahead and do it. I would try to expand on this and make sure it's a bit more organized, and the browns begin from the very top of the page over here. So that's so far the only mistake I would fix for my document. Okay, but for the most part everything looks good and organized. Okay, now to download this, we are going to click on share, and then you'll click on download. You're going to make sure that all your pages are included. Then like you can see, Canva automatically provided us what a file type is better for us to save this as, which is the PDF standard. But there is more options of just PDF print, and then I think that's all. We have PDF standard and PDF print. Okay, those are the best that we can use. So if you're planning on printing it, you can go with PDF print. But for now, we are going to go with a PDF standard. Okay, so we are just going to make sure that everything looks good. Then once we are done selecting our file type, we are going to come down here and click download. So once it's done downloading, we are going to test it further to make sure that our links are working in this PDF format. Okay, so let's give that time. Like you can see right now, it's doing its own thing. We just have to be patient until it's done as it downloads, guys. Once again, if you've found value in this video, I kindly request you to support the channel by liking this video, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on content like this. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below, and I'll be able to answer them as soon as I can. Now that our PDF is ready, we see all the extra details that we needed to edit. So this allows us to go back into the editor and take out all these unnecessary lines over here. They don't look good. For some reason, I could not see them really well when I was in the editor, but like you can see over here, these need to be taken out. But what's more important here is for us to test our links and we see if they actually work. Okay, so let's test out the introduction. Like you can see, it brings us straight to the introduction. So let's go back and we try the third page. And like you can see, it brings us straight to the third page. Then if we click on this option of back to top, it brings us straight back to the top of our document. So guys, everything came out really well and everything is working perfectly well. So all you have to do is to share this to whoever you want to have access to this PDF, and then you start making money online. There is different platforms to sell these. For example, Etsy is a very good place to start. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and this brings us to the end of today's video. See you guys in my next one. Bye.